Hey, how are you guys doing? I've been getting emails about transitioning from other transitioners, and I don't think I ever did a video about my transition, like whenever I transitioned to become natural. So I figure I'll just let you guys know what I did when I was transitioning. Honestly, I straighten my hair when I transition. To be quite honest, I just didn't straighten it that often. Like I would like maybe straighten my hair about every other week, maybe. And it was just one time. Like this is how I would do it. Like I'll straighten my hair, and if it starts to frizz up, I won't re-straighten it at all. I just let it frizz up, just wear it like an up styles or ponytails or something like that. And I would like consistently wait till like that every other week, like every 2 weeks to do it. Um, that's how I, know that you can straighten your hair and not necessarily get heat damage if you use the right precaution. Like I always use heat protectors on my hair, and I always very gentle with my hair. So I know that you can use heat on your hair, whether you're black, white, Asian, or whatever race out there. You can use heat protector on your hair, and you won't get heat damage. So I don't know why so many naturals are scared of heat, but you can use heat on your hair as long as you know how to use it correctly. Let me see. And also, like, sometimes though, what I would do when I was transitioning is I would do a roller set. Like I usually always kept my hair straight, but I would either go between straightening with a flat iron, or either I'll do like a roller set or something. That's mostly what I did when I transitioned. But one thing about that though is that I did keep my ends trimmed on the regular. Like I would probably go about maybe like every 2 months, or like maybe even every month sometime. It might have been shorter than that because like I cut a lot of my hair off. But I would go get my hair trimmed like on the regular. I did continue to get my ends trimmed. It wasn't just from the heat, but also it was from me having the two different hair textures, and by me having like the natural hair on top and like the perm hair at the bottom, the perm hair was breaking off. So that's another reason why I had to go in and keep getting my ends trimmed. um let's see, anything else did I do towards the end of my transition? That's when I started looking into more things like twist outs and braid outs. And so I did a lot of flat twist outs. The other twist outs didn't really help me, like the two strand twists that you just have all over your hair. I couldn't really do those during transitioning because you still have like the straight permed ends, and so they just wouldn't fall right. So I would do a lot of flat twists. The reason why I do flat twists is because you could just take that hair and it'll be flat on your head, and you don't really have to worry about the ends so much. The only part of the ends, only part you have to worry about as far as the ends was like the part that's hanging out back here, and you just put like a hair roller or something on that. It also made it a lot easier too, because versus you doing like a bunch of twists in your hair, you could do like maybe I used to have like 8 flat twists in my hair, and it made my twist outs look better when my hair was like in the transition phase. But I got natural, the single strand, 2 strand twists look better. Let's see. Anything else I can think of for as transitioning? Oh, I did a lot of deep condition. That's important because you do have a demarcation line where you have the natural hair and the relaxed hair. That's very important. So I did do a lot of deep condition when it came to that. Basically, you guys, the most important thing is to keep your ends like trimmed. Like when you're transitioning, you do have to cut your hair more. I know I had other videos about talking about when you're natural, you don't have to cut your hair as often. That's true. If your hair is still looking good, but when you're transitioning, you have to cut it a little bit more because you're going to constantly have that uneven growth because you have that demarcation line between your relaxed hair and your natural hair. So you're going to have to keep cutting it more when you're transitioning. I started off, I had the ideal in my head that I was going to transition until my hair, to my natural hair grew to the length that my hair was. And like my hair was like probably like about to my shoulder. And I was thinking that I'm just let it grow and grow and grow out until it hits my shoulder. That did not happen, obviously. Like, it sounds easy to do that, but you'll find out, and if, in case you haven't gotten to this point yet, you'll find out you'll get to a point where you're going to either decide to cut it, or you're going to decide to either get it perm, because it becomes too much at some point. Now, there are some people out there who can transition all the way out, but for me personally, I could not do it. And I am a very patient person, but it was just driving me crazy, because the thing is, you get to that point where you can't do nothing to your hair. Like, it doesn't look good down, and it's not going to really look good up, because you're going to have these scraggly ends. And the reason why it didn't look good down, because it's like your hair be like thick and full where your natural hair is, and then your ends be thin and you can see through it. So eventually you're going to be like, I got to cut it, or either I'm going to have to perm it. So I made a choice to cut it. If you can go out and do a full transition and let your hair grow completely out, I say God bless you. And you have like a lot of patience and a lot of like desire to do that. But if you go ahead, if you get into that point where you feel like you can't do nothing to your hair and you just frustrated with it, and you're like, oh God, I'm just gonna perm, forget about it. Honestly, if you really want to be natural, think about cutting it. I mean, even if you don't want to cut it like completely off, at least cut a good chunk of that relaxed hair off and see if you feel any differently then. I know with me, I tried to transition all the way out until my hair grew out to a decent length. And I just couldn't do it. Like, it was too frustrating. And I'm the type of person, I do my hair like faithfully, and I always been the type of person where I can always do my hair. But it was too much. My hair didn't flow right. It didn't look right. It just wasn't going. It wasn't going my way. And so I was like, let me just cut it, and I cut it. But once I cut it, I was happy about it, because I was just happy to have my hair all like basically around the same texture. Well, we never had the same texture, but you know what I mean. Like, I was happy to have it all like, natural, and it was so much easier. I just wanted to hang on to that length for a little bit, which is like most of us. We just want to hang on to that length. We don't want to lose our length. And me, a girl who always had long hair, it was really hard to kind of, think about cutting my hair off. But when it came down to it, I was like, forget this. I'm going natural. I don't care. I'm not turning back now. Let me just go ahead and cut this off. And so I did, and I'm glad that I did. And honestly, I wished I would have done it sooner, because like, if I would have done it sooner, there's no telling, my hair could probably be a lot longer than it is now. But things happen for a reason, so it's okay. So if you're at this phase and you don't really know what to do with your transition hair, and you're getting frustrated with it, and you don't know what to do the two lengths, I mean, I'm not telling you to, but think about it. You might want to cut it just a little bit more, especially if you really want to go natural. Now, if you can deal with it and you're fine, and keep doing what you're doing. But I'm talking mostly to the ones who are getting at that point where where they say, I can't work with this, I'm going back to the perm. Just cut it. It'll grow back. You'd be amazed how fast your hair will grow. It's ridiculous. Like, if you go back and look at some of my earlier videos, like, my hair has grew like so fast. So just cut it. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. It might be a shocker at first, but within a month or two, you've been and got used to it, and you have all types of styles for it. I hope this helped. If any like transitioners have any other problems or any other questions about your hair, you can feel free to ask me, or ask anybody up here who has been through this transition phase. But me, honestly, I straighten mine majority of the time, and I roller set mine majority of the time. And the reason why I'm sharing that with you guys is just to let you know that you don't have to do all this stuff that people say. Like, you can do like what you normally do, and you'll still be fine. You just always got to take precautions and everything. Even though I straighten mine majority of the time, I use the heat protector, and I made sure I use a lot of care when it came to my hair, and I kept my ends clipped and stuff like that. So if you are going to take that route, make sure you're doing those things. All right, talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.